Oh, I've got to come up with a username now. Mr. Stronglover
Yes! That
57.
has such awful connotations, but I love it. For some weird reason, people liked the first one, so I'm back with Noah of Spam.03, and this is Ranking Mr. Men Part 2.
Let's have a look at Mr. Tall. Job being tall.
I'm just looking at the story. Mr. Nosy and Mr. Tickle teach him that oversized body parts can be helpful.
Now, Mr. Nobody is another sort of redemption story. The wizard makes him yellow, and he's now called Mr. Somebody.
Oh, let's see. Mr. Rush. How does Mr. Rush do?
I don't think he's particularly bad.
Let's see. He
He's
wants
a
a
bit
job
more
to
bad,
make.
though.
Being a bus driver isn't good because he doesn't stop at any of the stops.
Oh.
He does negatively affect other people's lives. I thought it was going to say he kept crashing the buses or something.
That would have been
dark than
well,
that would need to look for neutral characters. Mr.
think-
Impossible.
Yes.
I'm just going to look up his story. He has magic powers. He even
helps
uses
people.
Yeah, he uses his powers to motivate people.
Oh, we've got to put him higher up then.
Yeah, dude.
Let's take a look at Mr. Muddle, I think. Again, he's like got problems that he can't really help. Features. His feet are backwards. If you look at Mr. Skinny, it says he's a thin extended oval like a Frankfurter sausage. And then it says personality is fleshless.
What?
It ends well because he gets a belly after being with Mr. Greedy.
Okay.
Are you going to do a little miss afterwards?
That could be another episode.
Yes, I think so. Dude, have we put Mr. Topsy-Turvy anywhere?
No.
Oh, dude, he confuses the taxi driver with his backwards speaking, causing an accident. Oh,
no.
man!
This is worse than I thought.
He
Then
may
he
have to go near the bottom. What about Mr. Snow? Personality, cold, low temperature, freezing, brr.
Brr. Does a cold personality mean that he's sharp?
I don't
cold?
think so. It says job helping Father Christmas deliver Christmas presents. I quite respect
Really
that.
nice. Yeah, he just seems like a good dude. Mr. Sneeze, did he start COVID? Because if so, he's got to go near the bottom.
We'll have to read his info and see if that makes him any more suspect. Personality: a tissue, sneezy, freezing, cold, seems pretty suspicious. According to the wiki, he probably did not start COVID. Who have we got? Mr. Nosy. I feel like that's sort of a bad trait, but he does learn his lesson.
What about Mr. Messy? We didn't look at him very much.
Oh yeah, I remember the story now. It's like...
He met a neat people and a neat house. I thought that he was going to ruin their house.
But he doesn't.
They actually helped him.
That's pretty good, actually. Like, he's willing
Yeah.
to learn from them. Let's see, Mr. Silly.
He seems pretty neutral from the story.
Yeah, he doesn't hurt anyone, doesn't harm anyone, wins a competition.
He's got to be right in the middle, hasn't he? Because he doesn't do good and he doesn't do bad.
I love how in-depth we're going with this.
It's got to be done. We've been waiting to do this for years. The next one for me was Mr. Daydream. If you look at the story, he has fun with this guy called Jack. They have fun at the North Pole and the Wild West. But he does distract him from his class.
Then again, it says on the wiki that the moral of the story is that the reader realises that daydreaming is more fun than history. So I think the books are siding with Mr. Daydream.
Mr. Noisy. Yeah.
He really annoys the people in his town.
He learns not to clump his shoes and not to open and shut doors around things.
I feel like he doesn't intend to annoy people. It's how he is. It takes him like 3 attempts before he realises they want him to shut up. Kind of like me a couple of years ago. Mr. Nonsense. Personality: bananas, absurd, unreasonable.
He lives in nonsense land, so it's kind of his nature.
Dude, look at the picture where he takes his hat off, and you can see
that's
he
so
actually has
creepy.
no eyes.
He's kind of just a happy guy.
Yeah, he's another true neutral, I think. Then we got Mr. Busy. Story is very short. Mr. Busy
not very
can't stop rushing
descriptive.
around, always up to something, never sitting still. Okay, Mr. Marvellous. What we got going on here? Mr. Marvellous can do marvellous things, such as outrunning Mr. Rush in his car, shapeshift, and many other things. When Little Miss Naughty proves to be a real challenge, he tries to be more naughty than her.
That is really not nice.